right, welcome back. It's time for us to go to Community Forum. And today on the Community Forum, of course, you know that as elections are coming up, we're taking you around the country to different constituencies and different regions of the country to hear what the people are saying, how they're feeling, and all of that. And today we're going to go over to Awutu Senya East constituency, where Calvis Tete will be having some conversations with the people, the lovely people of Awutu Senya East. Now, that's our time here on Breakfast Daily. Okay, so let's join Calvis Tete as he takes us on the Community Forum conversations.
This is the Community Forum here on Channel 1 TV. My current location is the Awutu Senya East municipality. This is the second largest in terms of population and land space in the central region. The Awutu Senya East is a municipality, and the makeup of the constituency is such that it has market, lorry station, among other things that make up this constituency. Today on the Community Forum, we would engage the political heads, commercial taxi drivers, particularly traders as well, to have a better understanding of how the issues that they often encounter in the day-to-day activity would affect them and affect their voting pattern in the 2024 elections. The makeup of the Awutu Senya East constituency is basically trading. People here are mostly engaged in trading activities as a daily source of making money in the constituency. What kind of person?
I'm a Christian.
Business the same also to here.
I'm Pabano a call kakra. Na market in there so far so good. Yeah, a befanisa a chance of better fee.
Intina just kwesiada bia na obahana.
Media me baha Saturday numle. Na ma bon night time at the item kwesiada. That's another day no me call new market. Our Kasoa new market. Tahona me call me market. Tuesday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, there. Me train fee, sanity.
Na business nangaza ezatisa ekoyi ana enkoyi.
Nyamane na ne boy din kakra. Nanso so no bende kakra. So managing it because want me train fee sa mani ni. It's na den a obetra obes.
Na business na uye night nyina nti edu no pasa na umbre.
Because one year is also the ocean on Sanka. Sanus just so force out to me. Because when you be understood a bit, me a bear, some 19 my deity. We say Metram and Asambon, I do bear 10 o'clock at San Macufi. And I do bear 10 as a way because of marketing needs. 1 year is also soon Yakaka because why is so point the mountain she. So that you know, Otra, bedroom, and we back more. Bedroom, you now so on your Kakra, sanity.
Okay. Yanhwe business there we
complain there baby enyama na momo baby e kofa no ehonum na nkasa omutwa be no foforo a omudi go 30 cedis no my selection e bi ohomudi gi 40 cedis oh counter honum be ye kofa no counter honum na sa the same be na e ba Kasoa hanum a ye turn 25 cedis 25 cedis because ahanum no o kan 30 cedis omunto Omunfi, do na one here obesan boka. And I 25 citizens, so no manager will be obeying to 1 cities. You are obeying 2 citizens, so say managing is
what the gentleman is saying is that he fluctuates between the Kasoa old market and the new market in terms of business. He, the Kasoa new market has his business days on Fridays, whereas the old market has its business days on Tuesdays. So on these days, he moves in and out to make sure that he is able to sell his products. Quite apart from that, he says he spends days, sometimes sleeping here at night just to sell this product. He's also worried about the high cost of, bringing these slippers in to sell. According to him, the customers sometimes complain that the products are expensive, but he's left with no choice than to sell it at that price because he also goes for them at a higher price. apart from business way as Ghana.
I may have pan say, me who say, Yamana or Mokra Ede Bano, Satas no Mutiano, which moves a task in Nama, Yaman baby, Akosru, because in a dollar no society, Akosru, Jamani United, Akosru, because first, then you send it here. But it's no dollar and Akosru, Jamal, Yamani, you know, my increase. San committee me who be binaka dollar no. Eba from kakranka eno nyama na omokra penyifo na kra de bana esu ekofa no nenke bia o mahwe ho tas no komatete so ama om kakra because make us kra nyama ni bi kura am company say bi wo ho no ma ka e baba because of tas ninti no muntimi nyi ni ama no nti amani ama na e ba sa bi Christmas kra na e be yi tete e wura December ka by this and ka say nyama no ka so motete so nenke ye to ba say so omuso mo pese se tu go nyama no guwa omunya mfa mai so community tete so ananka December kra mpongia matete so nanka yesu atete so nanka ja amanfo atoto to kakra na so anya pants kakra cha wo because enye easy yesu obusuan wo fie
okay meba okay so I asked him about what his major challenges, but he's saying that his major challenge has been the high import duties that is affecting his business. He is a man with family, he has mouth to feed, and so the high import duties also affect his business. He's also saying that, I mean, it is that time of the year, it's the festive season, but because of the high import duties, customers are unable to come and buy his product, which is also affecting him. Utuaba. Because of A, B, C, D, E,
oh, electricity bill is also a cost. Because first, ultimately, ultimately, 30 cities or 20 cities bill. Because so is maybe I'm here, maybe I'm used to TV, fine. And then me iron kakra no free. If you are mini free, boys in the bedo no free. Go on and yama we say no so no. Once every week be I know 50 Ghana. Until my month but so na say 200 cities. On every week I know much 50 Ghana. Every week be oko top prepaid 50 cities. The month na be so 200 cities so nyes kaketwa. They say na mamu so yedi. Say na ma no panyifo no mo nhwe na nkeja. Omo tete nyama no so kakra man na nkeja. Yeso so yedi. Intimi manage because enye easy this year no system no wide. Onye sika no pan na so sika na obenya no. Bo ho na sika no hwim asan. If you come on cocoa crowd or turn on cocoa near 5 cities, and easy, sir. Oh, Yamanu more, because scanning Yamia, the more own the other toy, this can iron, Asan. It's no moon share, penny-phone or moon shaneja, so I'm betting Yamasuka Cramea, Webwa.
Okay, so what he's saying is that, I mean, there are some key things he will look at before voting for one particular party or the other. Some of the things he made mention is electricity, food, and some other things that makes him comfortable as a person. And particularly with electricity, he made mention that initially he pays around 30 cedis a month, but this time he's paying almost about 200 cedis just to buy prepaid for his meter, and that is a source of worry to him. Inti, would you say Sani ama we nyina obobo so yi? Ebekire bibi obeto waba.
Send
the biba no ma wasetrem ye ma wa so we dey waboa me.
Oh, send the eviase dey. E dey anya obi an obedo obi antimi no sa. E dey obi betan. On say obi wo ho a e bi aban owo so yi. Wa ye niam bebere afeva nipa bebere. Sa so na bebere so antimi anye den amfeva no. Ti sa na tenti okoduru ho no ma okokromoti ni de wadwen kire ono na obe den. Obe nti wo hwe say bia we na eboa we na betimi aboa no wa den. What to Obama? Sanity.
Okay. So he's again saying that all these things he made mention would affect his voting pattern, and the candidate that makes things easier for him as a human being or as a person is what he's going to look at before pushing his vote for that particular person. Inti constituency has in Nipo Mostani for elections. Unimbi. The MP Mostani for parliamentary candidate.
Many have so cousin.
How are Kumsi?
Minimum base, I had no Nankazania Hana Mitwaba.
Okay.
Then I'm Mitwaba Kumasi.
Okay.
Mitwaba Asqua. A Mama Pat. And a one on a NDC a refining or more on Tahana Mitumaba. me minimum. About to do a member, Yami Aduma Saturday, even Friday, Crazy and Bessie Mama.
You know, as a Kumasi, in your Benz, and I'll be sure because from a part and NDC.
I could do an assist, the minimum, the idea me could do a cook in a bed, the meeting.
Okay, he's also saying that he's working here, but he comes from the Ashanti region, specifically Kumasi, and for that matter, he votes in an area in Kumasi. He made mention one Mama Pat, who is for the MPP, and then an NDC candidate, that he's going to look at the things that affect his daily living as an individual to direct where he's going to cast his votes. This is still the community forum segment here on Channel 1 TV. I am here to engage another trader. Mami, Apomwe.
Boko.
Your friend saying.
If I tell your friend, Abna.
Business, how many years now are you business?
Oh, business in Mum de Camille and Che.
Tina first, Nadia now, ya, the Wadania Bay.
First, Nameton by Rebet, Sissy, and more day, Timinton.
By any boy,
Timinton, Nama changing number win.
Tino, business will buy and also to say.
I ain't Kakra, but as a name higher and say, I want to say, I want boy a thing. It is a man Timin Chenam Nibe brain. A two-tor I want a crab in a wet me their Chenam. Last first in Naka, I want to hear my end, Tinia Timichenam be brain. They say, I may want 3 years one. I want to buy it and then the Timin Ton, dear.
First, I'm going to say,
first, Pally, I want 40.
4 million.
So I want to go 8 million. Overchi now the door say, and I'll bet me the action. Won't me find Chibe. It's a man, I'm the boy into a motor, no musu, no more casa, no more casa.
It's a banty, a banner answer. I dare to affecting us.
Affecting us, Nipado don't have first on beton is on Metobu.
So, this is Abna who sells fish along the Kasoa stretch of the Awutu Senya East Constituency. Initially, she was into the selling of yam and other products, but the business was a bit on the low side. So she has decided to move into the selling of fish, fried fish. And she's saying that the fried fish also has its own challenges in the sense that the price of the oil they use in selling, in frying the fish is a bit on the high side. So that is also affecting the selling of the fish. Her customers complain, but she has no choice than to, up the prices of the fish. Mami, it's in a balance of customers. So, I'm bored.
I'm bored. Say, Timinto, say, Sikan New, Etia, and ye, my Miss Mealy, I bet to me. Etiasa, only panic as a son, I want me. No, I said, as Sebiaca, as I met you. True.
But the banners are also much Roma said, Yamakosoro.
No, Casacra on him say, be a doctrona or Tawa, say, no, the Yashitono. But they say this or to become one son or to me, but until I say, oh, they chenamano, over Tony Bebre. Acha or no, to Ayashitonica crab.
Okay, so she's also saying that there have been quite a number of times she has had interactions with her customers regarding the price of what she's selling. But then she's left with no choice because if she doesn't increase the price, it will also affect her in the long run. She's also saying that customers who come here sometimes push her to even give more, which sometimes affect her business. Mami, utuaba wa imba?
Meba chome tumaba okumasi.
Mimi there bay.
Mimi there bay. Mekwa of tuaba, but I can prefer saying government no. I also my obia car. Now kaya de akọ say ukasa okwa ubakwa kosi circle ube bless ansa na wanya car last year ye bless ansa na yetimi akọ yakodi obi akọ obi car ansa na yetimi de akọ Kumasi akoduru yekoduru be say 2 o'clock eti sanke ye che kakra bi mpa ka yetimi nto aba no
baby oto aba na dia na ubehwe ni mu say bia because of osimesi na obintin ABC di ama minti no enu nti na metoma ba ama osimesi na obintin
me momoni de enka PP for no ba ene de enka eyema me ba say me ba timi akọ secondary school because that time no ka me nya say sika no fa no nko me nya school fees tuya but say no me am it me say me ho ha me wo saa enema no mu but I said the DNA eyi ne na ye ho kire kakra e ma ye ntimi nya sika mfa nkula eti no kame de me prefer say ye hu ni say MPP bae no eye ma ye wo school mu bo ankola no ma ye e okumase ho because akola no ko school a wa ma ni sika kra obedidi wo school teacher be kire na de oh aha no so no se Kasoa ti say ho an kaye mbre but Kasoa no nipa no nya school papa nko this international school
so ne boarding
ne bo so ye den nti ama ha no nipa wo kire no ntu omo kasa etia aban na ya na ye me ya
but go for say nyama mo ayedi o
aha no de ha ye den aha no de wan hye da anya adwuma de ya aha de ha tena ye den na se kumase mo ne de won se school no ye etu de akra no ko school de yan se onimade nko a wo mble obetimi akọ aban school ama wo ho ha.
Okay, so she is again saying that she votes in Kumasi, and last 4 years she had a lot of challenges getting vehicles to Kumasi to go and vote. She's going to look at the free SHS policy of the MPP government and then vote for the government because of that policy. She admits that times are hard, but then she's saying that despite that times are hard, I mean, her wards have had access to free education, and for that matter, she's going to look at this policy and vote for the MPP government. I mean, how did you say, NDC Sunya?
Oh, NDC for the day. Some buy no, almost schools near the other. Timid, me engage you or more, but me only say, not the buy no, me school need the wabuame because I'm a man be bride, I could school. Come to me and show more and just school fees. Signing in America.
Okay, so she's again saying that, I mean, she's not against any particular party, but for the MPP, the free SHS policy has helped her and then helped her children attend free school. She's also saying that although the NDC have done their best, she believes the MPP is the best party for her to vote for. Mami, Kasoa, what's it for Kasoa?
If I told me to offer Congo Villa.
Okay, you Congo Villa. Say, Kamea Senka, what's how to about her? Can you imagine son of Besho Kasoa? So like I said, what our comes and I call you.
Kamisha said how comes say Donipa, Tembia or Besranipa. Asem to wa okokanya no abek wabehwe baby ane yeteno na ye wo gata kese bi wo ho sensuo to a I don't know say sensuo na free you etimi yili fa ye fie ne ye baby a yete wo ne tetrete wonya baby amfa wo na nsi bet ye complain ya kakra na afi de nyame ya adom e na afi no o ma be ye bridge na ma ye ente se ama ensuo na yetini ni nyina e de yetimi fa bridge ni eco straight says the first and so dear and then I'm film son I feel
Congo Villa
my na ye feel no munina ma echiro untimi fa babia eti sada ne dura obi anko fie me sada ne dura agise me da ha sei eti sa me kofie pe minya baabi mfa minya baabi nso nda
Okay, so I again asked her where she was staying. She said she stays around Congo Villa, which is in the constituency. So I asked her to imagine she's living in this constituency and she's voting here. What are some of the things she's going to look and then say, I'm going to vote for party A or B? She says, maybe Sawa Kumsing has done enough for the constituency. Her human relation alone is what she's going to look at before voting for Hawa Kumsing. She also says that where she's living in Congo Villa, there have been times where they have had issues with flooding and then the gutters in the area. They called on the MP, she came and then attended to them. So these are some of the things she's going to look at before voting for the sitting MP. Mami, yenshwe api Kasoa yenye nimse Kasoa haye menya kakra haye basa kakra ene ya bobitu ene ya yewe ugo uti mpotemo ya na embo hu
embo bi hu because say first pa na me ba half of no na sa Congo Villa ho no said they na comforti was area mu no eti awia enmra kwa na se me kofia me suro nti me fa dropping na me de ko but no me hu ni say people for ya de pa omotimi amasa akromfo no mu go area mu no obia yela o sa ntam wo no te say hu say we na so nipa kro na nam na che so efie nipa akasa no na nam ho say akromfo free baby ba de oh as say de wadu.
And then she says that initially in the Congo Villa area, the crime rate was high. There were a lot of criminals in that area. And since the sitting MP, came on board, she has helped move those criminals from that area. Most of them have been arrested and handed over to the police. So as of now, the area is peaceful. She's able to go about her duties peacefully without any problems. This is still the community forum segment here on Channel 1 TV. I am still on the main Kasoa Central Business District along the stretch that heads to the Winneba direction. Open your browsing.
Your flame Prince Boatin.
Mr. Bediako, and you mean to say?
A radiadum, a domain cacra.
Okay, now you mean there's a question.
Your buffaloes are Omtonic cracker. But Ceciano, the attendant say, and no man has see a costro cacra, a costro cacrentama, and fast one you know. I am and Shram Kuyesa, but your managers are.
Almost on the top of our complaining to the Muniama boarding.
I am complaining, say no boarding until your bumper say, and no man bet me I from Kakra.
Says if I say first in Babway, and say, we say first Muton and says Muton.
To say we first and Nanka Yatono 70 buses, I couldn't take Ghana.
30 cities different.
Patron.
Now, dear my band.
The chain say, and Campano, ye be her. Na kadia no wase ndeke senke tumi ekofom kakra nanso ene de ekofa na outside ni na ebon akwa epe esa na entiase no aya no monchira entiase ye because Kumasi de no enka esenka ekofom kakra nanso ene fare no e de ni na ebon akwa epe ba o metiase material na o mde ye adwuma no ebon akosoro kakra.
Okay, so what Mr. Asaribediako is saying is that he works along this stretch and that the prices of the products have gone up as a result of the monies, the materials that they put together in making them. He's saying that he hopes that the prices will come down, but due to the difficulties they face when they go and buy these products, the prices cannot come down. He also made comparison between the foreign-made ones and then the local-made ones, that this particular one is a foreign-made one from what I understand, but the price is almost the same as the local-made ones. But from him, he believes like the local-made ones, the price must come down instead of that of the foreign-made ones. So he's hoping that, government will try and then rationalize things to help the local-made products, particularly the local-made products from Kumasi, come down. Opinion, how many months?
Chafina make up 8 months.
What the got to Kumasi to Tonka, Abrabonity.
Okay, Krum and cry, but I had no man I was so Kumasi no man liberty. Because Kumasi said, even young fan would be an cry, and then now I will. What to compare hand my hand with the end was so too much.
Dubai and Abraboni different.
Abraboni different. I said, Kumasi the only different, Accra the only different.
Na Ubaye, young dying born near the Odi Tutu. Accra ni Kumasi na.
Ebina na meka se Kumasi no Accra se bi yentumi fan to Kumasi no nti ama ha no modan no bo no epeja esene Kumasi de
na za ha no ba na se wanye dwuma bi anya baba obi ne obeboa wo bekire
wo anya dwuma anya de age se opa obi kiesu ana se bi a wo de da ba bi a enye ha nti je se o ma wo ye hard work na pe ska ha dan bi na on so de ye dwuma.
Okay, ono bra na ye dwuma na wo ba ye dwuma mtsen.
Me buy fancy 8 months and buy there. And Pab one first now from by seeing no one's up pejum, said no work and one pejum the cost too much. The Anna man a ton on Baum company, sir, or Babatar dear bear said, I dare first not turn 17 in the 90 and I'm home company maybe to one and Pab one maybe or and also no more try my business in a cost.
Okay, so what he's saying is that he comes from Kumasi, but he came to Kasoa. To look for some business to do. He works with his brother here, who was just beside me. And then he's saying that for the past 8 months, he has been here comparing the life in Kumasi to that in Kasoa. The life in Kumasi is a bit on the low side compared to that of Kasoa. Also, the product he sells, he says if the prices can come down, it also affects their sales. But because the prices are high, people find it difficult to buy their products. Yenshare Utuaba.
Pacho Utuaba.
Fancy Kumasi, near my Benz, and I'll be Nimu, because if you are buying the Obaye, why you see a mamminton, and if you are making Munamacasami, trauma, Simisi and Oben.
Okay, the American said, may they start free MP, dear Corana, Sir MPP near or Mimi Frefigasia Scholar, why MP or Hornman, and the Queen will buy what boy you to me, be a can no market and get here, say, why ye the boy, yes, we are Yakano. Na yeto abana ye dey e de mano enti mehwe no man so a what they say nana do ba wa ye okuma sika giti ane ade a wo hwe no so na de to aban de ma de wo ba be di ne president ya eno so be boa because kwan ya nana do nam so no abi no so be dey e be fa so na wa ye dey wo de akonanim because ye san asesam we see ya de aba kuma sin nyina be san ba yachi ti afi ne pese ye dey eye bibia na de koye ni
okay ye nyan nti ese kumasin so na mahama ba ye osi kejetia market ni amani no so pusu kakra so no so aye bi na nti ese no so mo hwe no
ono so ba no ya de cause kejetia on mo no so eye ne de a eno so ye kama but ye hwe wo de yamfa bibi kura nto se sisi as mahama san ba bi diso a free education be san akofom nya de a odi free education be ma ye ana sabio yanso yawo nye enkura nye sabio no boa ye a ana yanso ye boa na enkura na ko omani da chi bia o manya future so je si ayi ne de anka ye pese doctor ba wuni aye de san ba bi di so nanka eno man ko nanim because ono do ba free education be san aye dey atwa so.
Okay, so what he's saying is that he's in Kumasi but he's working here, and he made mention some things that he would look at before voting for a particular candidate. He endorsed the MPP candidate in Efija Kwabre, Efija Sokore. Yes, and he's saying that the MP there has done a lot for the community, and for that matter, he deserves another term. I also asked him about the NDC and the fact that they built KJTR markets, among others. He said they have also done well, but for him, he believes the MPP is the best party to lead them. He's saying that the free SHS policy is one of the things he's going to have a look at before voting for a particular candidate. Opinion, Yenshare Utuaba.
Pacha Metuaba. Matusa.
Utuneva.
Ametuno Kasoa.
Okay. Utikaso Patembe.
Pacha Mete Egbetan.
Okay, it's Yenshare and Patemo Egbetan. Near my Benz, I know what he knew other cancer. Because of Sanya Messi, me trauma. Simisi and Obenzi.
And the attention a hormone. I did manage to say, more proper, you them my environment, no, I have come up. It will be and not some grandpa because if India be face and that yeah, I wanted you go Temptambia, a whole need, and I'm a manager on the pa.
In the end, Sanima boss, who got to about affected the Betuaba.
The Metu man, the daddy was and your queen, Miss what.
You say, why yet near Madia Boaka, so am I.
Oh, to me, dear, mamma, Yamas, a yanchi car or twice a babu woman.
Okay. The Yansha say, maybe so, say, why be na near Ben Sana Copasenka, Unyaquina San to Aswanka, Onyamwa, Mamutua deal with her business for you.
Fisenka, a bambono, and a babua, Kakra. Was one of Anna a true Kakra, a duan. Caswedino, as a question, a bambon mono, and young more away. And like a babuapa, a bambon, and young more.
Any ancient way you may mean say impure. I bring a brain in our trim hat. Behind the Usha, Jumanian Kananka, or your mamma, Mutan, dear, hang a babuam.
And no, because a bambon on a babuapa, say, or bad boy homebound, baby, I'm Nambiana. Why free? Because I know Yanama Ayana is through a Kakra. A bamboo womanka, a young boy, and Cameno, to Minaka, a babuapa. Send a bear who did went to Tambia, baby Nambian, Ayana, Sky, the Kakra, the hour. Almost a mobile one or the Bateda, Kakra, and Ayana, Unamama is soon Ayana, a Yaden Kakra.
Okay, so what he's also saying is that he votes here in the constituency. That he's going to vote for sitting MP maybe is how Akumsi. He also says that one of the areas he would want the MP to critically address is the area of security in the municipality. Kasoa has carved a name for itself, being somewhat a violent area. But he's saying because of that, he wishes that the MP will address that particular issue because he's a businessman. Oftentimes, he has money on him. Sometimes he puts some on mobile money, but most of the time he has money on him because of the sort of business he does. And it is not safe to be keeping money on him regularly, having in mind that his life is in danger because there could be a possibility of an attack on him within the municipality. Now, this is we a businessman. Meaning, businessman, and could be most car. I know discuss show you about there. And Pinunya, but me a muscas, and so much saying, Jacakra, as a loan crime, which can crack.
Oh, Naviadum, how come say, or ma at the phone loan, baby, and why are they, and the Mamma loan, while my loan, yeah, your association, your concern, your petty traders association, were bringing Ska out behind the idea to your readiness. Oh, loan the bad, I was saying, kind of correct, yeah. No interest. Interest free. Free. Scanagian and one of us. How come saying what they are mine? Why are the you say pushing what you may? Oh, I'm buying. That's kind of what you no interest there. And I say, what the bad man principal and what's Canada, no interest. Why are they?
Okay, he's also saying that the certain MP, maybe it's our Kumsing, most of the time visits this area. She interacts with them to the extent that she has given them loans, interest-free loans to be working with. And that is pushing his business here as a businessman. He's applauding the MP for that initiative. Loans for Mama. You say, can be between me. Here, that was from what you say, our Kumsang, you can't home security.
Babiana 20, you know. Now a hard drink a cry anti a patabio or hanma or baboy, and on Tiziano. Do I dominacia ba Kasoa young cra intenoka obet me and before fro a Sunday I can want a cayenne a better phone and a baboy pa.
He's also saying that quite apart from them selling here, he's hoping that the MP in his next term would look for a place for them to work with because the numbers here is quite enormous. And I mean, they find it difficult operating here. And for that matter, I want the MP to come and help them in doing the business in terms of allocating for them a space to sell their products.
And no, the end of the say, a domina dorsum, a patandia, and can say no question because of young community. I am now ba car quam cacra, and nona I almost say no car quam de and yet idea your tongue idea, which my aboying. Intino, and nona can feel say, and car or banners and car baby. Ah, yena betna a kuma and cababua. Enti abayo from the omo yomadumabat. Edman Omayano, and yes, yeah, Omayad, because car comedy another yen.
Okay, he's saying that most of the time the people from the assembly come here harassing them for selling on the shoulder of the road, and so he will want the MP in his next government to ensure that they get a space to sell their products. He's also hoping that the MP would deal with the matters as early as possible to help resolve some of these problems. He admits that selling on the shoulder of the road is not the right thing. And so when they get a space, they'll move in and then sell their products. It's still the community forum here on Channel 1 TV. I'm still inside the Kasoa Old Market to have a look at how the poultry section of the market is moving. We know it's that time of the year, and this is the time where family and friends come out to buy poultry products for Christmas. This gentleman beside me is a dealer. Boss, you're frozen.
You're from Sharif.
Sharif, na business the same.
Oh, business no ye din pa.
Bronya sona you go di bronya business ye din.
Anam ni mana ni boy din ya ntete so no. Tama poultry farmers na ya show. Oi. Tama ni mana ya difficult. Feed na ya de man ko kono. Ni boy na ko shoriye. Tanya de ya ti sukura.
The person feed the motor is saying as is the motor saying.
First no, could the 2.8, 2.7 when you say I raise up for 4.7. Feed no. The idea what the farm no, me bona basho. The intimin farm bona, I would live in man customers in 10 time. I didn't say be a bit my better about me and be a cody.
This is a cocoba, Muton, since this is a cocoba.
This year, brown one, you better 120.
And a white one.
Or 200 city. There will be 200 city.
You are 200 cities.
Blola.
Blola, and Nipa, on Betodia, you're rubbing more. Sometimes in Kofobe to talk, Kokonia because of Christmas, at the same.
Oh, Nimamu. No, first, no, I would do say no more to talk a crank. But I do say no voting now by a close. No, Ama market need the market Bakura when I go, your name, a sudden name. But you should say name and a baby, a baby.
Okay, so what he's saying is that he's a dealer in poultry products and that the prices of the product have gone up in the sense that they find it difficult to buy the feed to feed the animals that's behind me. He's hoping that the prices of the feed will come down, but up until now the prices has skyrocketed, making it difficult for him. Price of the broiler is up and it's difficult for people to buy. And since your business I also mean himself with family. Where then survive
it? First now, me imagine say me for 50, 70 ton 1 week now. Me would do about 20, 30. The ban economy is now heading to where the most now fear so better so. First now me be dicken you know I the obeti almost so. And me move it to say first.
Okay. And then he's also saying that initially he uses a small amount of money to go and buy the animals and then come and sell. But now he has to double the price so that he can get the same quantity of animals he buys to come and sell, and that is affecting his capital. Opinion, business at the same. First of all, within the same.
From Amidu Malik.
Amidu Nensha business the same.
Oh, business in the Amelia Bessiano or yes, business said I say
serious.
Because I say first and layer say Oko layer farmer never I don't 45 cities, about 50 cities. Say layer S-Mass at the tennis farmers on some ton layer about 80 cities or farm. And now her Kasoa and virus so a farm may have a bill, but my free alcohol winner, maybe a sword do not farm transportation. Sangokono, 1 bank of Fakasiama, maybe 100, 200 of about cars or just 600. It's 600 there, or by Chagon Corner, Sana Baton layer.
Almost 120 and 130.
Yes, Nippon free brands on so send or the market.
But only and Quascasempo or the market.
Lay and constant to me and one home. This is a Bibiaca.
Okay, so what he's also saying is that he deals in the layer sort of products, and that the activities that are involved before bringing these animals here is quite expensive, i.e. transportation. And so now he understands that the farmers want to sell the product one layer for 40 cedis. He has to add additional 40 to make it 80 cedis. And so he also has to add his interest on that to make it easier for him to sell. So one layer will be sold for at least 120 cedis this festive season. It will be difficult for customers to buy. Complains that business is quite slow, unlike before. Normally around this time of the year, he thinks business is on the high side, but now business is a bit slow. Would you say about one number business high side?
That is scanning crew.
Scanning crew?
Scanning crew.
Where is your man?
I am by scanning crew. Scanning crew. Because I almost be 18 years.
18 years experience.
It's scanning crew. And you're about to cry. Scanning crew.
Even cry at 12 and you cry still.
You necessary. I can say, at first, say about 12 a couple 2 months now, Muska, oh, crew. So, what or better than Mechanizia? Yes, a couple 2 months and 3 months now, 12 Muska, crew. But say about 12 months, me anyway, I really so still. It is a 12 minutes, can I 5 for Infanaba.
And so I asked him what might contribute to the low sales here. I asked him that is he not sure that it's because of the elections? He said no, it's not because of the elections, but it's just that there's no money in the system. Ideally, around this time, people will come and buy their products, put it in the house ahead of the Christmas, but that is not the case here in the market. Otuaba. Na ujidi se niema bensa na ubehwe nimu no aka say oh because of niema say amehu nti meto ama NDC na meto ama MPP na meto ama CPP na dia party foforo
na me ma adwen ka met ma kan say menya adwuma bi anka e ka adwuma we ho memefa mehwe adwuma me ye ho ena me hwe mabusuafo mo maame mo yere mo nuanu mo a mo ba mehwe no mehwe de me ye me mda to aba me to se be ena me kasa ma ye adwuma almost 18 years no se me ho to me no be me kasa me ho to me se me yeah me to me hypocrite se me ho to me se anye dabra me to me yes a mistake no e kwa yankopon kwa betwuma so ti mehwe adwuma me ye
So what he's saying is that he's going to assess his situation before, voting. He admits that times are hard, and for that matter, it will affect his voting pattern, and then that is going to affect who he's going to vote for. Also to Aba.
Me to Aba.
Niama ko yema. Abraboma setna ko yema.
Abrabo de managing ni sa.
Ntino ojiri se senia niama wo fam sesia no eno be kire bibia obeto Aba na afọ.
Okay, candidates no be heard the way obeto Aba te abebo o setun. Candidate bin mo mo bo wa wontimi nja o machida. Bin mo ha mo obetuma bibia fa. De bibia wo level wo
candidate de bia bo wa. Party ba ya ni tete aboa wo.
Party ba ya there one means baby etina your problems bebre bin ma boy o ni mam pi onka obaka say why di ma boy ni mam pi
be hwe no ansa watu wa
be hwe no te say ni bebe na ho chiro otimi jon ko no ha otimi bo be ni na.
Okay, so he admits that he has sought support from other political parties. And so he is going to look at his situation, assess it, and then know how he's going to vote. It says here business is slow. Ura bro ni mo no. Ujirisa about one in a business is slow.
Ano scan nikro. About to about ya tinagana sa ya hun difference. That do the same, I have difference. This year, they have difference. We are.
Okay. He also admits that the general narrative that because of the elections there's no money in the system. That is not the case. He believes. Generally there's no money in the system. It's not because of the elections, and so he's going to look at those situations, which will in turn direct where he's going to cast his vote. You are still watching the community forum here on Channel 1 TV.
Oh, Namanadum. This time the Sikasamintado Tono on Yado Papa. On Yado Papa. And so you would go Kakanka Kra. What Manyame Oyamo?
She deals with the sale of slippers here on the stretch, but she's saying business is not actually expecting, and so it is making it difficult for her to cope as a person. Mami, business and consulting go for better.
The tournament day, this time this yes, our one number one on yet. Sikasam na yet.
Go can there be a battle in I want to add.
And I'm not one come back. Yan sha sinum pono, cause of Yama former course school in tea, a china the tunnel, and the torna chalk, Kakantaba. Do I will pen enya, Nason Kakanka.
So she also admits that, because of the festive season, it is one of the reasons why business is slow. But she also admits that business is generally not good because of the lack of money in the system. That is what is making it difficult for people to come and buy a product. She's hoping that things will get well. Mami, yenche utuaba.
Mbocho mutuamba.
Utuaba hadi.
Mbocho tudamuko takwadi. Nama koto. Na wana mutuamba.
Yenche takwadi na. Wumpotem hon. Infa na efi o takwadi.
Mbocho takwadi ni mifi. Between efie kuma to tana kulom. Between efie kuma to tana kulom.
On efi. Na then I obehwe e wo wumpatem ansa wa to waba.
No mama metum mato nde. Yenim desisi ado yes. Edwuma nyu wo and the tone so why is it? Nanda so wala nkura wala wunsemiska sabi oye kakra entum nti dwama won to ti ma yesre urade de amba to yede ya pia asomdwe ko yenyi bebi ayen no no yenu ko na akọ ma yesra anyi de mo ba fo yi ba fo mo nyim da wedi nkuku no ntene wanse na ayen na yenyi passport yedi to ko no yentum na ya won to yen ti ma yesre urade de ya ba to na asomdwe
Okay, so what she's saying is that she's hoping for the best. She's expecting peace even ahead of the elections. She's hoping that any candidate that wins or loses the election would admit and ensure that there is peace. For her, she hasn't got a passport, she hasn't got anywhere to go. And so when there is peace in the community and in this country, she'll find it easy to move about her daily activity. She also expressed worry about the fact that business is slow and that she's hoping that business would improve. Mami, but Barbara in Como. Na yenhwe this ya if you are from the NDC and MPP. Then now better baka do beto ama A and beto ama B.
Mana madam moshana moto da moto am MPP and NDC me da. Moko minibi mombotoma na so into school me baby look me Kenya skame no because of free education inti me be tum wedru ho wa kwada mu school ni bi me mesafu tu wa kwa secondary school even madani ya wo krai me last born onya adis aden Cape Coast oyim 9 inti da wa ye bia mama na minyi me dem sanya na ncha me su esi me be ntu wa enter secondary school oye star muntum minye bintua nti nyame na adom na so onye adwuma mpa owo mo de botwetwa no ho obi botum afra no baby brafo botum waka nti amede kwaya waje no onfra no kwaya hu ma waje me na ono na mato
the camera nyim na ka bibi chi aban ni fi de na ban
mama kan dem mamba terreno sanya evening MPP nti amoso mebe ntuma nko secondary school a obi weska akwa okotua no amisu de mebe etuma enya wetum wa akobia mama kanye de obi anyu obotuma asesa maju na fi MPP ho nta MPP na mitina minim obi aka da waje no ana na wa bo ma muso mamba wetum wa akwa secondary school nta ho na mitina.
Okay, so what she's saying is that she admits that times are hard, but then the sitting government, the policies of the sitting government, i.e. the free SHS policy particularly, has helped her and her family in the sense that her children have had access to free education. And that is what she's going to particularly have a look at before voting for the MPP government. She admits that the MPP government is a party of her choice and that she would vote for them on any day. Mami, intinu yenhwe wo kromade yenhwe fande kana etin fa wo kraka so a
bojo mo villa Bluetooth villa estate
yenhwe there kade awa kumsin wa ha MPP NDC so na akoyo so wa then na obeya ofi there then ofi there nche wo ha nche wan na beto ama
mo bojo no kwara ya one se moto amba wa ha nche hawa kumsin na moto ama osa no yoba oya kukudrofo oyamba ojenamba wo hu otimba wo mpen meyele fami bia odamami nanyim oye nfutaba amensonya wonuma no ntami mom do ya me yaw da mentu meyim vote mafamba Kasoa na mokoto watakwa de na me mumu ne de hawa kumsin mu wo jesi pa wo numu because oka oye nti oye bia menu ajuno wo pa.
Okay, she also says that if she is voting here in the constituency, she would vote for maybe Sawa Kumsi, the incumbent MP. She's saying that the gestures or she's saying that what she's saying is that the approach of the MP towards dealing with their issues is one key thing that she would look at before voting for the sitting MP. We are currently at the Pentecost Lorry Station just beside the Kasoa Polyclinic on the main stretch of the Kasoa Highway. Dennis, why revenue me found started? Now business design.
Yaguso. Amiadum, yasu petrol nsem ne higher this time pa. And to say a memo bet me assistant na a buy never bet me abe at petrol no so to me who say beboy pa.
1 gallon muton say.
Is 1 gallon say liter near 14.35. The 1 gallon number which is around 70 cedis, which is very bad as a taxi driver.
It's mathematics. If I say unisika, uto 1 gallon so the bus station. But me akomu say no nya kakra at anya 70 na asa nya bi ato so bet me nya this.
I know gra ukopa maybe 1.5. Uko bako na uba na unload went to me fa so we can't look enum fuel pa ni de entumi fa umba.
Okay, so Dennis is a commercial taxi driver here in the station. His major worry is the exorbitant nature of the fuel. According to him, the fuel price, any government that deals with the issue of fuel will be the government of his choice, and that fuel prices have skyrocketed, which is the source of worry to him and affecting his business. And then his young share into I say a day with me Kobe saying what
a day ukopa say Jumani you feel say market days ukopa sometimes 6 and 7, but sometimes say Jumani nye 4 and 5 and ukra no kokra 1 year biamba waboka
udisania mai fansa ubana botofu we sen as wetin ko 6 or 7 to upon na o hwe o calculate sika unyamfa so
roughly sometimes a tough way almost 300 cedis. It depending on car consumption. Inti sana obito sometimes the car consumption in year or 25. The any year to me 35. Inti so for instance a Germany what of petrol 35 and not 25. Now why a Juma 500? Boss wa show. Why a Juma 500? We tough way 300 2 yemfan say 25. Now why a Juma 500? Sisi yes is 100 cedis. What's anti ufu sika? We chop money back 1.5. So 1.5 no. Ube you chop money with fuel. Say who driver ni no so. Here say ube tu susu ama ho. In case of car ne free simple kra na say nye car no enye odi apokra na oye Juma na sika bi da ho. But sisi an emwaye. Nyame nokre. At least the way Rory Fair na akosro na say like fuel system ni ye eboya. At least we Juma 700 cedis a day. At least we bet me 700 cedis. En kan we chop money a obeyi wo busuya be di wo fie. Ani dey da baby as a taxi driver ye hu ska dey bia. Be yeso na eni ska. Nti so bibi be change bet me aba na nyoma be 600 e be boa yin na.
Okay, Dennis is making an analysis here. He's saying that when he makes the analysis, the amount of fuel he buys compared to the amount of money he gets does not correlate, in the sense that he buys a lot of fuel but he makes little. He has to make sales to, if the car is not for him, he makes sales to his car owner. If it's for him, he has to make sales for the car and then also feed family in the house. So the fuel issue is not improving on his business. He wishes that any government that comes can deal with the issue of fuel. Okay, opinion shows your process.
Anna.
Abrabomu to say.
Abrabomu dear, sincerely said in your papa. He said, he said, and you know, to maybe you chomodia, no officer said,
Richard, Otuaba.
Oh, Otuaba.
You know, Ben Sana, Obesha, Becasabia, because of party where I see a mammy, NDC, I see a mammy, MPP, I see a mammy, Metoma, NDC, and Metoma, MPP.
Okay, I found to say, I did a met with their compare, say, be a pathway, a be in Jumana, the Krumwa. Yes, so I know about them, say, scale Krumadia. Okay, 10% with their coffin may be a big lab on town to beat me a to be. Adrian is some of the Shada and Yadi be here. That is a quick classic coffin, American classic, and easy. And easy. Tell say, never walk also in tea. I'm who could just came out to me quite grassy and go find a member. This is a better to Baba for free. Say, Uti as Pemudia or bounds on share and never crack. Never one at Tonton and so. ma ne mebunye na mfe so obi twa no so otumi bibi de be yi.
Okay, you're saying. Okay, Richmond has a problem. His problem is that harsh economic condition is having a bearing on him in the sense that, looking for capital to work is a challenge. Even going to bring the staff from the village to the capital to sell is a challenge. He hopes that any government that comes who makes the conditions better for him would help him as an individual. Dennis, Utuaba.
Last 2020, 2016, 2020 there. Maham.
Oh, Dennis Aden. At time the year, then Emma was me the minto. Never been on the show before that time. I want to catch me.
Benjamin Nukra 2016 in the Nami vote in the Kasoa.
Okay.
By 2020, dear me.
Still want to. I didn't show before I want to.
Monsieur Sano Mote, Utu, 1, 2, or Besham Ramo. Into me, ham who cry. Into me, daddy, me one of me, Yamajuma. To my ham who uncle to Abba.
This year when you have been sacred.
This is MP no. This is Pega Gramamina. Me go to Abba man.
So for one of the
family running fair any dear bossu. Me go to Abba man there. I need a beans. And then I'll see him bra. Yeah, you call your registration. MPBN. So we started. Okay. You'll see him bra. See me corner your corner my transportation in there. No go to a man because me nyanya no site. Na me vote no work okrobite. Titiza minya dia me de be foka akọ.
Okay, so my understanding is that because Kasoa is a cosmopolitan area, there's a lot of business here. People from the adjoining communities come here to do business. Earlier, we've seen market women in Kumasi who are all here doing business. This particular gentleman beside me has his vote in Botiano English, man from, but he's working here in Awutu Senya East. He's saying that if the MP there helps him with transportation, that is Sylvester Tete, he will go out there and vote for him. Quite apart from that, he didn't vote in the 2016 and 2020 elections because, he had no confidence in the government, that any government that comes still repeats the same old thing. I'm asking him if this year he's going to vote. All he's saying is that he will still think about it, and if he gets transportation to the constituency, he would go and vote. Inti, yempani se utikaswa utuabawa. Hase ni nyama benza na ka obehwe uye dwuma wa ha yunim Kasoa. Nyama benza na ka obehwe o asetem beka se because of nyama se ntin. Me twama ha wa na akoyo.
Oh.
Sheba mai wa ujiri se eboa wodwuma na emboa wodwuma nti beka se no nti onto wa na obeto ha.
The boy as a driver ni ewa ha. Emetu amakoyo ana hawa. Or at least how are they Oyejuma? We share Pontema, how we share CP side or Juma Ekoso this time Pokrano. Although politicians now have a mistake no more or try election time and sana or babe. But it's here Juma Ekoso at me to me say election Pokra a quite on the Ombesan because any man temo in Wasiesi or Kama.
He's not a voter here in the constituency, but he works here. And so he's saying if he's staying here, if he's living here and he's supposed to vote here, he would consider the sitting MP because of her good works. He believes that the MP has embarked on some projects and is still continuing with the projects in the municipality. And for that matter, he would consider the sitting MP. And I want you to say,
I need say where any padas and him. Inti yabeshe say akonya ba onu so betimi abe aye bibi be me mami we ni de how akunsin ni de manu salute because every Christmas oba ha be my coupon aye kwaji fuwe this year pokura wa be my yakwaji coupon inti every Christmas and holiday bi otumi be my coupon wa ha because nyem bibia na yesa mark drivers ni moto for yin na ekwaji fuwe free.
Okay, he's still insisting that he's still saying that the sitting MP is her choice because of some of the things she's doing, i.e., supporting them with fuel coupons to buy fuel, among other things. And so that matter, she would ensure that the sitting MP will be her number one choice if she's supposed to vote. Yeah, sure, won't you? If I would say what?
Yes, I will let you.
What about
police station?
It is a dinner better. Say the better, but why not go to this and what come
about one of the. Has the MB in there? Senator, is it one of the. Also, about on the Basua answer. Share maybe a trimmer, I cannot auto no company easy could I go say. Miankasa, na me tuado akwa no na me kai say o me fa me kura kotu police station be say fianapa 9 o'clock na mo fa me koi me tire baba na me say beto abenti say won je obia ba o ma da o say ya ntime de enye de say na ekọ fina he ntime na akoma be kama no me kwa na ma to ama no me say that ni say we and say we.
Okay, so for him he said he's not convinced by the current development in the constituency because in times past they have struggled, so he doesn't see the need for him to be convinced just on a few days to the election to vote for a particular candidate. Quite apart from that, whichever candidate touches his heart on the day of elections, he will vote for that particular candidate. Into development ben Kasoa, where will be with him be?
Dear, media may say that at the 47 MP na ABS RDB. Is a Mekai 2016, never one of the no one of the same way. But see, I'm feeling baby for me who dear. By far, individual, never back and pilot the enemy hobby. By emphasis, about being improved to many mission be then funds that night and one.
Okay, and so he's also saying that, I mean, he has not seen any development in his vicinity where he lives since 2016. The development that has been there is still the one that is still there in the community. And he has seen the certain MP, I mean, supporting people in the constituency. That one he admits. But quite apart from that, he has not seen any development. And so on the day of the election, he would discern properly before voting for a particular candidate.
A friend of Fata, the Pentecost Convention Center, taxi rank.
But we drive an idiot. You might say,
oh, Edmund, they hand a yala boko because at least Ubana, we are also Bejuma, Ubiana, Ubina, the Akufi. Also, Kabuko, and at least it will be Babe, 10 city cry, Pelitanoa, and any problem. Then say, one hour prayer about to Nina, no baby. I said, there may answer more campaign will be uncle for one. And just say, Omina number four and difference beyond Omunia be our home. Say, I dare maybe one man come with a campaign come back. Would be unconscious.
So you say, and no back to the baby about 2 hours.
Made a member me Uncle Sametan there, maybe I'm to my back one day, may decided that out. But baby, I'm to my call since 1992 starts at Toaba. And to know, margin sound be out. And I'm who say about to know about so say, yes, I told Obama John, no more back. What I say, no more son, a chikra, and to women no more so say to me, send a monomono to me to Abama, a baba and no more quenim. Wash a on my bit say Japan here, no more to a bar, we bar, now a band of Marco from the back company of Bema Kosokakra, sa bid baby no, almost your margin say, a some share party, open home body. Na to Abamano, normally or man is Shensa, and Tom the man share party back on for 30 years. And a Japan. And the sana, a yansu to me a bisa, and come to say, MPP Abano bar, say, Mobroni beer, or gonna be a young for Soka also. You say, Scanomudi be there, but in your Monquan, this can Mobroni beer and BD.
But you're doing
a friend of Fata.
So what Wafata, who is a commercial taxi driver here in the constituency, is saying that the price of fuel has skyrocketed. The candidates who are contesting in the constituency have not even spoken about the issue. So for that matter, he thinks that the fuel issue is a quite delicate issue, and so they don't want to venture into that area because they can't do anything about the fuel situation. Apart from that, he says he has a particular party of choice, and that he has been voting for that party since 1992, and he will continue voting for that party. He also made reference to the Japanese government and the fact that they gave one particular government or party a 30-year period to embark on development, and that has helped. He is hoping that a similar thing will be replicated here for him.
Me de me mpato metie aha na meto aba first na metare metu ko baby am wo no baby am ko de MP no bae no o se ono ne party ni aban mu nso no bibia ni ho a watumi aye bibia ni ho onye not even gata ba kokra say we twa one like gata kra ebi ni ho nansi ya na ba ko no wo so na yetu abati an no ono na ede omo machines na mo de aba no o de adwudwi kwan so kakra ma kwan na de ma ye bibia na mina aye raw food that's one that's one na make us onye bibia no ba kujus me no ba no wa bi dwudwi mantem to ayi na ma kwan na ye fan at least so ye manage kakra sa ye nim se aho no ahu adwuma wo saa constituency ni mu enti se obana se wontumi ye kwan ko de machine mu famfa so kakama na ye fa so aye ti asesa be do no o se the party na ban mu du party na be wontumi ahwe asisi ye beto abasia obeden so party ni san ba ban mu a o betumi ayi bibi what I say be could just when mu say on nanka we the best MPO Gomo East oba so si school adan bi at the buying ko si abonsa o ko kujoku a o si school building bosso but sisi akwankwa ko school si a media me mani hu ya America no ba minim ne oye o ba bia aka no okay nti only MP a so twe pipelines a nam kwan ko kujoku millennium adade na de twe pipelines ko ho they me mani hu ya no.
He made reference to Kojo Asimeni and the fact that he has made a lot of development in that area, unlike the certain MP Desmond de Graaf paid to. He's saying that the MPP is his party of choice, and for that matter, he will support the MPP in any time. Ofa, MPP between
DNT. Me jidi 100% MPP between because sectors ni na wabon home boarding kaka bibia nyese. Oya why adwuma MPP why adwuma ba yense amafo so onye hwe se wumpo bia sama dia why en de kan dokra say no why because see me say MPP for ye bibia pa interchange mo ye o obi chebilamte say is ya any suppose o no ye me ho obi asu kra say nyam tam na ye sa kwan no o ka so music na ba bibia MPP bia mo say ba mi ni say MPP party no oba ohie ni bia ni mo behun bia nyam fa so o mo so nti media nti na me to party a oma no konanim or the policies bebreba or MPP and this for mo check policy a mo start a run stamp policy pa and this for the aba omo to be check ba kokra.
Okay, so he's saying that the MPP party is his party of choice because of the development they have done. He's hoping that the party will win in the 2024 elections. According to him, they have touched every sector of the economy in bringing development. So that is why he's vouching for the MPP party. Thank you. So this has been the Community Forum segment here on Channel 1 TV. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Siwa.
Yeah. Okay, Siwa, let's look at development. Where do you stay in Kasoa?
At Ofanko.
Have you seen development in your area?
Not actually.
But, are you happy the way things are happening within your area, i.e. the economic conditions and everything? Are you happy?
No.
Why are you not happy?
When we talk about hardship, I think everybody is complaining about that. It's not just me. And when we talk about this current government too, currently there are an ongoing development. That is, they are making the streets, building a road. But the point is, we are just a few months to election before they are beginning to do that. So this shows that the government or the leaders in power don't really give a iota of respect to the civilians. They take the civilian as a fool. So for that matter, I don't think people should try and vote for a certain group of people because we must read their mentality, what they are thinking. So from the way they are thinking, you must also be smart enough to know how to go in our way.
So you believe it's because of the elections, that's why they are, hastening up in bringing development?
Exactly.
So exactly. Share with me, let's say the last 2 years are behind us. How was the condition for you as an individual?
It was very hard, very tough. Yeah, for the past 2 years, it was very tough. Yeah, very tough.
And so, if you are supposed to vote today between the NDC, NACOY, and the MPP, what would be your choice? Would you want a change or a continuation?
For the MP side, I wouldn't like to talk about that side. But for the presidential aspect,
So presidential, what is your take on it?
I may go in for Mahama. I've never voted before. Yeah, I've never voted before, but I may go in for Mahama. Yeah.
Why do you think he's the best person?
Because so far, he's one of the leaders who has really tried to do something. We are currently like Kasoa. If you look at the road, the infrastructure of the road, we can really see that he had done something before. Okay, and when we look at the rate of the dollar till now, yeah, during this time I think the dollar was around $5. Yeah, a bit down, 4.7. But currently we are around 17. All right, these same people promise that they will bring that 4.7 to $1 to one city, and now we are at 17. So it really shows that they are not up to their works.
So that is what will inform the way you vote.
Sure.
So apart from that, what other issues do you think affects you that you think any government that comes must look at? Have a critical look at.
Oh, there are
road infrastructure.
Yeah, there are a lot of things. You know, when we look at other countries, they really try to develop their countries. For example, just look at Kasoa. There is no dustbin around, okay? But we always preach to have a clean environment. And imagine people who just come and sweep the streets and just leave the rubbish over there. After some time, it goes back to where it is. So there is no cleaning. So certain things might be put in place.
For constituency party executives in the Awutu Senya East constituency, there is a back and forth over who has done better in terms of development. Here is what the executives had to say.
Victory is coming again. She won in 2012, she won in 2016, she won in 2020. So clearly, there's something she's doing that the people like. So when you look at what is happening 4 years down the line after 2020, a lot has happened, a lot. And the people of Kasoa are going to maintain her Kumsi with a resounding victory. That I can assure you.
Last 4 years, if I stand to be corrected, it was almost about 6,000 margin. The NDC says they are closing the gap. Do you think they are closing the gap?
They are closing the gap, but they've not closed it. The story in 2020 is different from today. Today, as we speak, the voter population of Kasoa is 173,997. 3 short of 174,000. So it's a different ballgame. As a political party, I want to see 100,000 at least votes for my candidate, Honorable Howard Komsin and Dr. Alhaji Baumia. So when you say a difference of 5,000, 6,000, you call it closing the gap. That is finished. It's history. We have a new election. Ghanaians have a new metric to measure the works of Howard Komsin and MPP government. So I'm confident this time around, if they want to close the gap, fine. We will open the gap.
Last 4 years, we saw a bit of violence here and there. Is this year going to be peaceful?
Yes, of course, it's going to be peaceful. That is why we are coming for these security meetings. And in fact, I'm happy with the posture of the police command here. They sounded it clearly that anybody who tries to do anything sinister or fishy will laugh at the wrong side of their mouth.
Share with us some of the developmental projects of our MP.
Wow. Let me start from education. That is a subject that is very, very dear to my heart. Why education? As a people, I wonder how come the continent that is so blessed with natural resources, we are called the poorest. Can you imagine? We have all the resources, but we are the poorest. The problem has been that we have concentrated so much on natural resources, neglecting another resource called the human resource. So a government comes into power and says, I will take the proceeds from some of the natural resources and invest it into my human resource. People call it human capital, the brain, so that in the future, if even the resources get depleted, the minds of my people can still sustain the country. So education, I'll take you to Presby, Joman's Industrial Area, Presby, opposite the Batapa. You go there, you see a 12-unit classroom, story building, fitted with chairs, done by Honorable Winsal Kumsi and MPV government. The same school, there's a 6-unit for the primary school. I'll take you to Islamic research at CP, story building, 12-unit by Honorable Winsal Kumsi. Let's go to Zongo Electoral Area, opposite the Methodist Church, 12-unit, fitted with chairs. Let's go to Ofanko, the Roman Catholic School, what we call RC. We have 6-unit, 2 there. You go to J River, where the EC office is. We have 2 6-units there. But how comes in? Her own school, iCodex, you go there, 12 units. You go to Iron City, the woman has touched almost everywhere with education. When it comes to health, as we speak, through her lobbying skills, we have gotten one of the monumental projects ever to be seen in the health sector, Agenda 111. We have Agenda 111 here ongoing. Yes, it's ongoing. I think it's about 60% complete. Agenda 111 is here. Initially, it wasn't part of it. Our mother went to lobby, and we have it here. When it comes to road, so a few months ago, she invited the Minister of Road to come to town, and they had a tour. As you speak today, when you look at Aliko Road linking this road, Obom Road, third, the road going to the Municipal Assembly, J River, that's why I stay. It used to be very bad. Drivers were complaining. Third, I take you to Akwele through Rock City, Akwele through Akwele New Town, linking to Opekuma. Third, there was an issue with flooding there. Go and see what she has done there with a massive, beautiful bridge. The people are happy. Let's go to Opekuma itself, linking Apra. Third, I'll take you to Iron City. Now, the gutters are being done. CP 1 and 2, they are doing it everywhere. Roads springing up. So now, health. Again, the Mother and Child Hospital. Our mother has helped them to get a nice theater with equipment. Recently, she went there to donate fridges, computers, and other stuff. The polyclinic. Recently, he renovated a few facilities there, and then also equipped them with a few things. So yes, the people of Kasoa have trust and hope in our mother, because when she says something, she does it. Where we are standing, Kasoa has a very serious issue with security. So it became very, very important for us to get a regional command. So our mother again lobbied to the vice president to carve out a whole region for the police division called the Central East Command. Today, where we are standing, our mother single-handedly said she wanted to do something about the location being at Millennium to bring it to Central Kasoa. Osiadoyo, Obatampa. Today we have it. Your cameras can pick it. A beautiful edifice, funded solely. It was commissioned by the Vice President this year.
Let me just come in. The NDC is saying that the MP has not created jobs for people of Kasoa. At a point, he says the people in Kasoa are lazy, that she has not created jobs. Is that the case?
It is not true. The word Kasoa means market. It's a market. So when you go to the market center, be it old market or new market, our MP has gone to secure loan, interest-free loans for market women and traders around Kasoa. When it comes to those doing artisanal, like hairdressers, barbers, seamstresses and fashion designers, our mother pays for the training of the youth. Those who are graduated, our mother will go give them machines, sewing machines, hair dryers, barbering kits. For mechanics, he helps with tools. Okay, now move on to security service, and a mainstream job. The youth of Kasoa have benefited a lot from our mother. Her ministry, current ministry, fisheries. You have guys from Kasoa who are working under the Ministry of Fisheries. Recently, when they launched the youth in aquaculture, youth of Kasoa, through our mother, were invited to be trained and then given startup kits and funds to start their own ponds to rear catfish. She's doing what she can do, and we believe that when we give her another term, more will come and add.
Now, what percentage do you think she stands to win?
Percentage? Well, I'm more concerned about the margins. That's what I'm concerned. I'm looking at, you said 6,000, right? Yes. I'm looking at least. We do a margin of 15,000, 18,000.
Close to open the margin.
Yeah, we open it. Yes. We want to give now call a showdown. Only penny beko. Now so with him.
See, the MPP here in Awutu Senya East are tickling themselves. They are just saying a few things to excite their base, just so that their base can still feel some form of hope. I can assure you, by the grace of God, by the good work that we are doing here, by the efforts of our parliamentary candidate, Honorable Nakoyo, the party leadership within the Awutu Senya East and all stakeholders here, that after the elections, if these ballots, if coalition is held in the bedroom of the sitting MP, Hawakumsen, the NDC will still be declared winner for both presidential and parliamentary elections. We are so confident about that. It's not about the gimmicks, it's not about the PR work that the MPP are doing, and it's not about any form of intimidation that they will be doing, whether physically or through a government machinery. The ordinary Ghanaian living in Kasoa remains very resolute, strong, spirited, and eager to make sure that we vote wisely and correctly to unseat these people and then take off this hardship that they have brought onto us, the untold hardship that they have brought onto us.
The MPP is saying they have made a lot of development, schools in Kasoa, roads, and other developmental projects.
Well,
have you seen them?
We are yet to see, we are yet to see a single completed infrastructure project here. In any case, assuming without accepting, they told us some time ago that we do not eat infrastructure development. So what had happened now? Before that, you go through our principal streets within Kasoa. Have you not heard? Didn't you report on the recent cholera outbreak? What's the main cause of cholera? Is it not filth and sanitation issues? We have a minister. We have an MP who is a cabinet minister. Yet within her constituency, about 50 people and more, several cases out of cholera. What has been done? It means that the entire place is dirty. Very less is being done about it. These are some of the issues that will constitute my vote. Security is one major issue that will constitute my vote. And how my economic development now compared to then when they took office, these are the things that would inform my vote. And so I can assure you that the ordinary Ghanaian here, we have this MP who says that the people of Kasoa, the youth of Kasoa are lazy because they don't like to work. Go and ask her what single effort she has done to contribute to our employment situation here. She was the one that headed the one district, one factory. I ask you today, let her mention a single factory that she has brought to Kasoa, her own constituency. In any case, if she was even supposed to bring, she was not supposed to bring one because it's assumed that your own house, you do something better. She has done nothing about it. And so today, the unemployment rate here in Kasoa is on the high side than they came to meet it. On what basis are they saying they are going to win the election? Is it because they want to use tax? Is it because they want to use other form of manipulations and intimidation? This time around, we re-echo that earlier on when we met the district security, the municipal security council, that we will not allow that to happen. As NDC, we are law-abiding people, but we can assure you we will not sit down idle for past events to repeat itself. We have precedents of treasury here in Kasoa. You guys have reported it. And this time around, we have made it known to the police and the other security services that we are willing to cooperate with them to make sure this election is free, fair, and without any intimidation. But we will not sit down idly to see people come to intimidate us within our own country. That wouldn't happen.
You think Nakoyo stands a chance now to bridge that gap?
I have no shred of doubt that by the grace of God, by the efforts of every single individual in and outside Kasoa towards our parliamentary elections and the presidential election, that we will win these elections hands down. I have no doubt at all. See, she's been working, every other executive, the hierarchy, the leadership of our party here within the constituency chair, the executive members, the branch executive, the ward coordinators, everyone has been working in his or her small corner to make sure that this victory is resounding. And I can assure you that by the grace of God, see, when we go out there to interact with people, to speak with people, the electorate, the people that have the power, they tell us they are tired of the arrogance, of the in-performance of the current MP, and so they are rooting for change. How much more we, the political actors, the main political actors, we know change is coming, and we remain very resolute and committed to this course of change. I can assure you.
Let's look at job creation. We spoke to the MPP side. They said they have created jobs. They also created employment by training some people within the constituency.
Okay, so how do you measure job creation as a major, what do you call it? As a huge economic indicator, a macroeconomic indicator? How do you measure it? It's the data that speaks to it. The data, according to government-owned statistician, says that unemployment rate has doubled since 2016. If it has doubled at the national level, definitely, the national is the constituency that contribute to the national figures. Definitely, it has gone up here. So I can tell you that that is not true. See, I can decide to work with you together with your camera and then your other crew members. Let's take a walk on the streets of Kasoa and then sample views from 50 members and see if they have employment. This same MP, I made reference to you, she had a media encounter here and openly said that Kasoa youth are lazy. I have asked you to list one of the factories that her own ministry established here. Let her tell us the work or the job creation effort that she gave to the people of Kasoa, and then we decide not to take it. This is blatant insult to us. And you see, you have not created any jobs for us. We are struggling to manage ourselves. Then all you could tell us is that we are lazy, adding salt to our injury. No problem. You have enjoyed your period as MP for 12 years. The people, the youth of Kasoa are saying that enough is enough. This time around, there is going to be change at the parliamentary level. There is going to be change at the presidential level. And we know that the victory of the NDC is coming again. Inshallah, by the grace of God, we shall be declared victors in this election.
At what percentage do you think your candidate stands to win here?
The Almighty will give us, the Almighty God would give us a resounding percentage. We will not do anything less than a 55%. The Almighty God will give us that result.
The two individuals contesting here in the Awutu Senya East is incumbent MP Mavis Howard Kumsin and Phyllis Nakoyo of the NDC. However, Nakoyo says she is optimistic of a 67% victory. But Mavis Howard Kumsin, on the other hand, believes her good works will speak for her.
We know that within the Awutu Senya East constituency, per the demographics, we have a lot of people, like 68% of them being the youth. And out of the youth, we also have a lot of women. Kasoa is a trading hub. And a lot of people here are into their own businesses, like the artisans especially, those who sell by the roadside, food vendors. We have the hairdressers, we have the seamstresses, the barbers. So during my door-to-door, I managed to interact with a lot of people, and there was one worrying issue. They didn't have the means to start their businesses. So I took it upon myself to purchase some items for them so that they can start their businesses. We've done a couple of training for the youth. We've put people in apprenticeship, in catering, in makeup, in dressmaking, in hairdressing and all that. We put people in apprenticeship. Some of them have completed, some of them are still in the business, some of them are still under training. Aside that, we have a lot of talent in Kasoa, especially when it comes to football. So we've identified some very special, talented footballers. We've put them in the hands of some managers, which I would not want to disclose now. And I think so far so good. Everything is progressively well. Then also to start up a business. You know, sometimes someone would need just about 1,000 cedis to start up a business. So we've been able to make provision for those things also for the youth in the constituency, so that they can also start up their little businesses. I'm going into my second victory. It is not a battle. It is my second victory. And my campaign is, I would say it is done. It's only left with finishing taxes, well, what we call finishing taxes. So I've been able to tour through all 13 electoral areas, 316 polling centers. So I've gone through all these areas. Those I have to meet, I've met them, the opinion leaders, the chiefs, whoever. I'm still in the process. We have 2 weeks. So I believe that I can finish up the little things that I have to within a space of 5 days or so. We are in the dying moment, so we need to kill ourselves to gain. No pain, no gain. So as you can see, I'm very, very stressed, but from here, the other 4 programs I need to attend. So we are doing definition 67% victory for the NDC in Kasoa. I am very optimistic. 67% victory. We believe in peace, because at the end of the day, I want to be working with people, or to be working with the constituency where there is peace. If I want to construct a road and I want to give people jobs, and there are no peace, there is no peace in the constituency, who am I going to give the job to? So I need to work in a peaceful environment. And you know, within every peaceful environment, you get more investors. And my flagship policy is to bring the factories, bring the industries, as well as pulling down the investors down to Kasoa here. So for me, I stand for peace, and I believe in peace, and I know that we were going to have a peaceful election, notwithstanding whatever thoughts people have brought in to bully. One thing I can assure the good people of Awutu Senya East constituency is we would protect ourselves by all means, whatever being the intimidation is. We are ready to protect each and everybody. So don't be scared to go out to cast your votes. Remember, this time the votes you are going to cast, it is for that change that you have desired for these 8 years. So you should come out and go and cast your votes. When you go, vote wisely. Go early. By 10 o'clock, you should cast your votes, then go rest. Maybe around 3 o'clock, you come back and come and witness your thumb prints being counted.
You are still watching the Community Forum here on Channel 1 TV.
Mundi MPP Nyamboda. Mundi MPP Nyamboda. Mama yakwa out ko ya juma. And then the minimum can say how atna so achedudo. And the message your mother kono. Na mo represent your food ya pano. Ala Kasoa for so almost ma banyansa for almost ma anamontente. Kasoa for say before 2012 no money send an Kasoa ti. And now you send a Kasoa ye. It is our Kusia that 2012. And to date now Kasoa to inquire. Now was a Kasoa man transfer. Mama ya Juma. Nanya miya Juma. 7 no ya chiwo bibiara. Obi o shampasi. Obi o shakonyasi. Obi o shajare. Obi o tini WC. Momi akochi omo. Namu betu abaro. Aya petty traders, drivers, aya Okada Association. Money na amedamasi.
Na stress na de bia me kan say. Afi we dia ha wakum se. Me say what the to me na so kwa me ya to achi. Afi nya ntokwa nkunimi dia afi nya ntokwa. Eti obi biara ode tokwa be sia ye na ma no kwa no se. Na emo ma dia ye kutemu no. Ye nje mu ma wo mu. Ye kutemu de nende. So 9 December 2024.
Ya juma kotuno. Mo ba tu ayen so. Na ya ayen mo. Esa sa Kasoa eyan puntuo. Ye yan puntuo. Na sa na puntuo ni baba no. Ye yan sumde.
I am in the say castle Yasawa. Now, the Fair Youth Conference. I have a castle Yasam. May extend the invitation, my opponents. One mark. Party la kupene ba ye gum. Omo pe no mo ba ye. Ya mo wa konya mo kasaye. And I've always preached peace. And until na mo hu say, ya wo me ba be masekan mo. Di fi abo che ba ye me man kasa. And I know that we will go to our bonfire. I'm a student at Kasoa. Did he say any many pound winning? Now, Sunday, you are man and my year Juma. As Sunday, Kasoa, Diana, my year Juma. It's a year Sunday. I didn't put you our Kasoa. It is a what our comes in about me, a Sunday. What our comes in about me, a young put you. What our comes in about me, a young Kasoa.
This has been the community forum segment here on Channel 1 TV. Constituents in the Awutu Senya East constituency have made mention things that will affect their voting pattern in the 2024 elections. Calvin Stetter, Channel 1 News, Awutu Senya East.
I want to talk about our vice presidential candidate, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. I have worked with that woman, first as a professor in Cape Coast University, long before she became a vice presidential candidate. Before then also, I worked with her as a minister of education whilst we were working on the establishment of the university at Somanya. There is no way somebody can tell me that a woman of that caliber will not want to continue what she has spent years doing at the University of Cape Coast. I am particularly pleased that we now have a woman at the table. She will certainly remember when we have to make nominations that there are a few women there who should also be at the table. I've seen that being done by her, making sure that we pull younger females, competent, younger, accomplished women into the picture. So on December 7th, be sure to vote for NDC.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Abatomremu na isisi asumbie Enkabo asumbie Isibomo kayo Kanama Ehia asumbie Ekabo Abatu afimu Isisi asumbie Enkabo asumbie Isibomo kayo Kanama Unkano mainentie Munkano manentio say asungie ya chebibia Ewo ya meimo isi antem jinafua Washaba tuoso amagana Ompe basa basa Rana beye ya efimia Andewa Abatu mrenye Ghana first, yempe to trust some more. Asumdwe kwa, yempe basa basa, yise say asumdwe kwa. Yeah, asumdwe, ekaba mo. Abatu mremo na yise say asumdwe, enkabo, asumdwe. Isi bomo kayo, Ghana. Isi owe, oni to me say, oti abakurupo, beka obidie. If we say, oni awanyo fono, nedi jumedie noa. If Russia say, Ghana niba mapa, ama obi suma ose kofa ballot box. Eye musu, kofa ballot box. What's some no nini pay? And any party mommy come here who be kuni me day, and I said maybe I will paint it. Obe a photo, if I got to yaba, this is the assume dream one. They hear some dream, a cover about to a film. This is the assume dream, and cambo. Isi bomo kayo, Ghana.
This election season, Channel 1 TV is bringing you closer to every vote, every constituency, and every result. Our team will provide in-depth, data-driven analysis to show you what each vote means for our nation.
From the campaign trail to voting day and the final declaration of results, Channel 1 Television is covering it all. We'll be on the ground in all 276 constituencies, so every voice is heard and every community represented.
Our comprehensive election coverage brings you every key moment and every voice.
With updates from all stakeholders nationwide. This is election news you can trust, powered by the latest data and expert analysis.
Join us on Channel 1 TV for election coverage that keeps you informed and engaged.
We are here for every step of the journey.
Channel 1 TV, your election bureau.